Good day, everybody. I want to introduce you to the best saw that I've ever used in the wilderness, mostly on camping trips. It is the Agawa Canyon Boreal21 with the Sydney Rancher blade. Now this saw has seen a lot of use. Alright, if I flip it over, you can see I've actually started to peel out the black lettering in here. This saw blade has probably been used constantly for 2 years, and I have not needed replacement yet. And it's still razor sharp. Now, what's special about the Sydney Rancher blade is it's meant to make quick work of dry wood. So if you're needing a saw for greenwood or all-purpose or bone, then they do offer different saw blades. But for me, my choice was the Sydney Rancher, and it has been the fastest cutting saw I've ever used, no matter if I've done dry wood or greenwood. I have other saws that are larger than this saw with different blades, and this saw still outperforms. Now what you're looking at is a 21-inch saw that is basically collapsible. So right now I have it in the open position. You would pull, and this is awkward because I'm trying to do it on a flat surface. You would pull this out, and this would come all the way around, and this piece extends, drops in, and then this handle closes. And that's what you have to travel with. It's very much like the 7 saw that a lot of people rave about, which I think honestly is a terrible saw, being a multiple piece design and having a wing nut that can be lost. This, on the other hand, is very, very reliable, self-tensioning, everything that I've wanted in a saw for a very long time. Now, of course, to deploy, well, actually, before we deploy it, everything stays nice and locked in, no issues there. To deploy, we open up our handle, go around, on something. And then this, in frame, this piece here comes underneath this handle, and everything locks in. So, let's show you the saw in action. We're going to test this saw out as I trip over this nice lock. We have a nice, decently sized piece of, this is, I believe, green oak. I know it's oak. Pretty sure it's green. We'll be able to tell real quick. Saw's ready to go. I'm only going to cut off a test chunk just to show you guys how awesome this saw is. And before I do that, I'm going to brace the end because I want to lean on this a little bit. Alright, here we go. So, that's better. Here we go. Alright, let me tell you, I don't think this is green.
Feels like there's a bit of moisture in it. It's tough to get through,
And my arms are tired. Been working out a lot lately, so. Handle's big enough to power assist if you need to with 2 hands. I can hear I'm almost through. I'm almost through the cut. Woo. Oh, that was a new noise. Huh. I guess that was just a weird way I was holding the saw. There we go. There. Whew. Man. It's still somewhat green. So not the smoothest cut. I'll show you what the cut looks like. Hopefully you can see the surface here. So, you know, it's meant to cut pretty quickly through wood. So you're not going to get a smooth cut out of it. I wouldn't suggest it for crafting purposes and whatnot, but for processing firewood, it's awesome. And you can see I was kind of, if I'm here, I'm totally maxed out, and if I'm here, so, you know, right there at the end, so I was really approaching the maximum diameter that I could cut with this saw. And I'll go ahead and I'll measure this. I'm trying to think if I have a measuring tape out here. Actually, it's about 7 inches, 6.5, 7 inches to the bottom of that cut, so just barely through. But, you know, camping, that's some pretty decent sized firewood. Let's try it on one more piece. Alright, so let's say this is something that's going to be more typical, maybe, of what you're going to be cutting, what you're going to be finding on the trail, or not on the trail, around the campsite. Clear some of my debris out of the way so we can get in here. Let's say we want to process this. I'm not really sure what this is. Foot up there. There you go. So, much faster. Totally, completely dry wood. Blade cuts through it like a hot knife through butter. What can I really say about this blade other than it's totally and completely awesome? It's totally and completely awesome. I've had no issues with it. Blade works great, blade's still sharp. I do have a backup blade. I also have, the only thing to say is, right up in here, there's some, where you can see some of the anodizing scraped off, or whatever the black coating on this is, from 2 saw teeth rubbing on it, which basically tells me those saw teeth are going to be dull at some point. But Everywhere else along the inside is totally clean. I've lost part of the name over here, which is fine, it's from use. They offer a few different color options, so head on over to their website. Links will be in the description. I want to thank you for tuning in, and to see more videos like this, please make sure to subscribe, and don't be afraid to hit that like and share button. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.